My name is Emily Carter, and until last winter, I thought I knew every expression my 14-year-old son Daniel could possibly have. I knew the mischievous sparkle when he was about to crack a joke, the tight-lipped look when he was holding back tears, the wide-eyed amazement when he learned something new. But that morning was different. I was standing by the kitchen counter, sipping my coffee, when I noticed him sitting at the table with his cereal untouched. He wasn't doing his usual morning rush to finish homework or check his phone. He was just staring at me. Not in a creepy or strange way, but in a way that was almost unreadable, part longing, part sadness, part something else. "Daniel?" I asked softly, setting my mug down. "Everything okay?" He blinked quickly, as if I'd snapped him out of a trance.
Yeah. Sorry.
"I was just thinking." I frowned, walking over and brushing a hand across his messy hair. "Thinking about what?" He shrugged and looked down at his cereal. "Just stuff." That was Daniel's classic response when he didn't want to talk. Normally, I'd let it slide, but something in my gut told me this wasn't the morning to do that. "Daniel," I said, pulling out a chair and sitting across from him. "You've been quiet all week. Is this about school? Friends?" He shook his head. Then he looked up again, and that unreadable expression returned.
No.
"It's about you." That made my heart skip. "Me?" He nodded, and for a moment, his eyes grew shiny, like he was holding back tears. I realized something. You do everything for me. You work, you cook, you help me with my homework, you come to all my games, and I never really tell you how much I notice it." I felt my throat tighten. "Daniel." He kept going, words tumbling out now. "And when Dad left, I thought it was my fault. Like, maybe I wasn't good enough, or maybe I did something wrong. But lately, I've been realizing that it wasn't me. And it wasn't you either. You've been here for me every single day. And I guess I was looking at you, because I wanted to remember this moment. The way you are. The way you always care." The truth hit me hard. My son had been carrying guilt for years. Guilt he shouldn't have felt for a second. I reached across the table and took his hand. "Oh, honey," I whispered, "you have never been the reason your father and I divorced. That was between the two of us. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I would go through everything all over again just to have you in my life." Tears filled his eyes now, and he quickly wiped them away. "I know. I just wanted you to know I see you. And I'm grateful." I pulled him into a hug right there in the kitchen. And that hug felt different from any we'd had before. It wasn't just a quick squeeze before heading to school. It was deep.
Real.
Healing. That day, I drove him to school with a lighter heart than I'd had in years. I realized that sometimes the people we love are watching us more closely than we think, not to judge, but to learn, to appreciate, to understand. And as for Daniel, he didn't just say those words and forget them. Over the next few months, he started helping out more at home, spending more time talking to me, and even surprising me with little notes on my desk saying, "Thanks, Mom." That morning gaze that had puzzled me so much turned out to be the start of something beautiful, a new chapter in our relationship where love wasn't just felt, it was spoken. And that, I think, is the kind of ending every parent hopes for.